everybody, and a very good morning to all of you once again. If you just tuned in, you know you're watching Good Morning Sri Lanka, tuned into MTV Sports with me, Wasam and Amaya. And of course, if you were watching all this time, you know that this program is all about positive thinking and motivation. And one of the most important things that we learned this morning is to always smile. And talking about smiles, Amaya, we have a special guest, Dr. Nirmal Balasurya, and he comes with a lot of smiles this morning. And he's an expert in the topic. And actually, before the show, I asked him, Doctor, how can I introduce you? And he said, whatever that comes from your heart. So let me just say, he is known as a life-changing motivational speaker, and he's well known for what he does. So good morning, Doctor, and thank you very much for being with us. It's a pleasure to have you.
Good morning, Vasam. Good morning, Amaya.
Good morning. And today we are going to go from motivation and self-esteem to start becoming leaders, and especially how Sri Lankans can become world-class leaders. This is what we're trying to focus on today's segment. So tell us, what is good leadership in your view?
See, Amaya, you have two concepts, good and leadership. Two totally different concepts, right? So let's start with what leadership is all about, and then work towards good leadership. Textbooks would give so many different definitions of leadership. But what I would like to tell you is that a leader must have two features. First, Vasam, is that he should inspire his team. Maybe you're a mother, not you. Maybe you're a mother. Maybe you're a father. Maybe you're an executive. Maybe a head of a division, a CEO, a managing director, a chairman of a group of companies. Whoever you are, you got to inspire your people to dream big. Now, if you don't do that, Vasam, in my opinion, you said your view, he's no leader, she's no leader. So you got to inspire your people to think world class,
I see.
to feel world class, to act world class. So that's the first thing that you got to do if you're a leader. You got to inspire your people to be the best that they can be.
I see.
That's the first factor.
So, so that is leadership?
One cardinal feature of a leader.
Okay.
All
The
right.
second one is you got to motivate them to actually achieve that world-class dream.
Of course.
In other words, you got to develop a nothing is impossible attitude in your team. Now comes the next question. Who is a good leader? You get good leaders. You have bad leaders.
Like Hitler, perhaps?
Yes. Maybe let's not look at names. And you have neutral leaders.
All right.
Neutral leaders who actually don't take a stand. But we are going to talk of who good leaders are. And a good leader inspires people to be world class, motivates them to actually achieve it, and in addition makes sure that they achieve true success, not mere success. Now the question is, Amaya, what is true success as against success? I'm sorry, I think I'm doing your job also.
No,
That
it's
is very important.
please do it.
Well,
I'm just listening here.
You're doing best. You're leading us as well.
That's
So,
true.
Vasam, what's true success as against success? That's what a good leader would inspire people, motivate people to achieve. And when does success become true success? Very simple. When you achieve success in the honest way. When you achieve it ethically, legally, morally. There are certain things, Vasam, which are legal in this world, but not
Moral.
moral.
Which is also actually what they say even in the definition of marketing.
Very good. And spiritual. So a good leader, in the end, will be someone, somewhere, someday, but not somehow.
I see.
So you asked me what good leadership is all about.
And
That's my view.
this is what is the leadership style you adopt to become a good leader yourself personally?
I think it's transformational leadership.
Do elaborate.
Well,
So, Doctor, I'm sorry, I'm going to stop there a little bit. You did mention a particular style of leadership. You very generally said that, there are different ways. I mean, you need to inspire, you need to be ethical in what you're doing. So, what are the different categories of leadership? Is that what you're saying?
no, not really. Answering the question what my style is, basically I transform people. What I do best in life is to touch hearts. Not because I'm a doctor of medicine. I no longer practice medicine. I don't cure people, but I touch hearts. That's what I do best in life. I change hearts. I change the way people think. And that's why I say I transform people. I transform organizations. Wherever I go, from organization to organization, from country to country, from conference to conference, that's what I do for a living. I make people think world class, feel world class, and act world class. So basically, because you transform people as a leader, I say my style is transformational leaders. And that's exactly what you all should also be doing, because you got to transform this country to be what it should be, and that is world class.
I see.
Agreed?
Of course,
Definitely.
So transformational leadership is the way to go, isn't it? But there are other types of leadership,
Of
I'm
course.
assuming.
Of course.
If you could just tell us about some other.
Forget it. go learn it from a textbook. But let's discuss what
Transformational
I
leadership.
feel about leadership and what I feel we should do for Sri Lanka.
So share some of the stories and the experiences that you've had in this type of leadership, and what kind of transformation have you seen in people?
Right. Yes. Firstly, in myself. I was a doctor of medicine. And when I went to med school, or rather came out of it, all I knew was medicine. That's all I knew. But see, something told me that my core competency, what I did best in life, Vasam, was to touch hearts, to change hearts, to inspire people to be the best that they could be. And then I transformed myself first. I went in for a MBA because I didn't know business. I had to learn business. I went in for a CIM because I had to market myself. And we're talking marketing yourself globally. We operate in 8 countries, and our dream is to go into 250 countries. So first I transform myself, but then transform my family. We have a wonderful family. My wife, my son, who is also named Neomal Balasurya Jr., and my daughter, who is also named Neomali Balasurya Jr., and my wife. We're a beautiful family, a wonderful family who believes in true success, happiness and peace of mind. And then we are now in a journey to transform the world. I want to touch the hearts of 21 million Sri Lankans and 7 billion people to get them to think world class. I'm thankful to you all for giving me that opportunity today.
You're most welcome, Doctor. You're most welcome. Actually, now I'm going to ask you, maybe this could be a bit controversial in your thoughts because you are so determined that you are going to change everybody to become leaders, and you do have the ability, which is why you are on the show this morning. But would you say that the role of a follower is also important for a leader? What happens if everyone becomes leaders and nobody can really lead? What do you have to say to that?
Good. If you don't have followers, you're no leader. So a true leader actually makes sure that all your followers end up as leaders.
I see. So
Could you provide us with an example in your experience, Doctor?
Well, yes. In my home, my kids, my wife, I've seen to it that they take leadership in every role. In my organization, I inspire them so that they take leadership in their roles as a leader.
So if someone was to adopt this into their career and into their lives, what do you think the changes that they will see will be? What are the changes that you can expect in your life if you really go into this transformational style of leadership, leading so many people?
So basically, if you are in an organization and if you are going to be a transformational leader, if you are going to dream big, if you're going to inspire your team to dream big, and if you're going to motivate them to achieve those big targets, obviously your team would be succeeding, and automatically you would also be succeeding as a leader of that team.
Of course.
I see. And Doctor, in terms of a personality the person has to adopt, in terms of the characteristics of a person which is required to become a good leader, what are those things?
There are so many characteristics, but 3 things let's really focus on today, because we are going to give something to Sri Lankans today. The first thing is the desire to be world class. The desire to be the best that you can. As a human being, as an individual, as a professional, as an organization, as a country, as a community, as a world. The desire to be world class. Second thing is, you must know where you're going. You can't just say, I'm going to be the best. I was a doctor of medicine, converted to a motivational speaker. I knew exactly where I wanted to go. I wanted to have an organization that will take the Sri Lankan flag to 250 countries. So the second is a world-class vision. And thirdly, is a nothing is impossible attitude.
Which also, I suppose, reflects when it comes to self-confidence.
Of course.
I
Of
see.
course. Of course. So if there is one message that we have to give Sri Lankans today, Vasam, I think is dream big. Very, very big. Think world class.